wait for a minute, wait for a while as it is downloading.
In this video, we are going to learn the types of molecular vibrations in infrared spectroscopy with the help of animation. We have two main different types of vibration. Out of that, one is stretching vibration and the other one is bending vibration. In stretching vibration, we have two types, that is symmetrical as well as anti-symmetrical. In symmetrical vibration, you can see here in animation that both the atoms are going away from the central atom and simultaneously they are going towards the central atom. It means that there is change in the bond length. Here, this is the second stretching vibration, that is anti-symmetrical. Here also you can see the little bit change. One atom is going away from the central atom and the other one is going towards the central atom, and the vice versa. When the other is going away from the central atom, at that time the first one will go towards the central atom. It means that again there is change in the bond length in this anti-symmetrical vibrations. We have second major type, that is bending vibration. These bending vibrations are again four types. The first one is scissoring. Scissoring vibration is in a plane vibration. Here both the atoms are coming towards each other and simultaneously they are going away from each other, but both the atoms remains in the same plane. So that's why scissoring vibration is in a plane vibration. Now we have rocking vibration. Again, rocking vibration is again in a plane vibration. Here you can see both the atoms are vibrating in the same plane. You can see it is in a clockwise direction as well as in an anti-clockwise direction. But the important part is both these vibrations are in a plane vibrations. But if you compare these two with vacuum, you can see both the atoms are coming towards us and simultaneously both the atoms are going far from us. Means they are not in a one plane. So that's why vacuum vibration is out of plane vibration. So here you can see clear cut that both the atoms simultaneously are coming towards us. It means that there is disturbance of the plane, so atoms are not remaining in the same plane. Similarly, twisting vibration is again the out of plane vibration. Here one atom is coming towards us and the other atom is going far from us. That's why again twisting vibration is out of plane vibration. And due to all these six vibrations, the molecule get vibrate and the molecule get absorbed in infrared spectroscopy.
Yes, I hope you understand the types of vibrations, stretching and bending vibrations from that video. Let us move on to the pictorial representation of the stretching and bending vibrations. Okay. Now, so the total number of modes of vibration, the number of coordinates required to specify the position of all atoms in a molecule is called the number of degree of freedom. Thus, for a molecule with n number of atoms, it has 3n degree of freedom. So, the degree of vibrational freedom, that is the number of modes of vibrations for polyatomic molecules containing n atom, is given as 3n minus 1 for linear and 3n minus 6 for non-linear molecules. So there are two other concepts which are used to explain the frequency of vibrational modes, that is the stiffness of bond expressed as the force constant and the masses of the atoms at each of the bond. This force constant will be explained in the next lesson. So when the thermal energy is absorbed by the molecules, it is stored in the molecules in the form of translational movement of the molecule and the internal motions of the atoms. So what is the translational movement of the molecule? There are three transitional degrees of freedom along x, y, and z axis. So the remaining 3n minus 3 coordinates represents the internal degree of freedom. So they are subdivided into rotational degree of freedom and vibrational degree of freedom. If you pass IR radiation, not only vibration will take place, it will also, the molecule will also rotate. Okay, then vibration will also take place. If you pass microwave radiation, vibration will not take place, only rotation will take place in all three axes. Similarly, if you pass IR radiation, so rotation will also take place, the molecule will also rotate and it will also vibrate. Okay, if you pass UV visible radiation, it will, the molecule will rotate, the molecule will vibrate, as well as the electrons present in the atoms will excite from ground state to the higher energy state. So there will be three types of transitions will be observed if you pass UV radiation. Okay, so the internal motion of atoms present in the molecule also play a major role. Okay, for linear molecules, the translational and rotational are 3 and 2, and the vibrational is 3n minus 5. And for non-linear molecules, both the translational and rotational will be 3, and the vibrational is 3n minus 6. Now comes the reflections part. I think you are familiar with the reflections part. What you have to do in reflections part, you might have known. Yes, calculate how many vibrational modes are observed for the following compounds: formaldehyde and 1-propanol. Check whether it is linear compound or non-linear compound. Then apply the formula 3n minus 5 or 3n minus 6. Then you calculate how many number of vibrational modes are observed. Anyway, I am going to give you the answer, but you have to try it out. Yes, the answer is for formaldehyde, the formula is as it is a non-linear molecule. The structure has been shown here. So you have to apply 3n minus 6 and 3 into n. N is number of atoms, 4 minus 6. So there are 6 vibrational modes are possible, and so you have you can observe the IR peak 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vibration modes are there for formaldehyde. And you take you come to the another molecule, that is 1-propanol. This is also a non-linear molecule, so you have to apply the formula 3n minus 6 to calculate the vibrational modes. So now number of atoms present in the 1-propanol is 12. So 3 into 12 minus 6 is 30. So you can observe 30 vibrational modes. So in the free time, you Google it, the number of vibrational modes for propanol, or you simply Google for the IR spectrum of 1-propanol. It will show the spectrum like formaldehyde, which is shown in this slide. So you check the answers. Now coming to the mechanism. We take carbon dioxide molecule. Carbon dioxide here. The molecule which possesses change in the dipole moment during the interaction with IR radiation are nothing but infrared active compounds which occurs due to vibrations. Let us let us consider the molecule carbon dioxide CO2, in which the 3 atoms are arranged linearly with small net positive charge on carbon and small negative charge on the oxygen. In the figure A, that is in the center picture, you take there is no permanent dipole moment when the molecule is stationary due to equal and opposite dipoles. If you pass IR radiation on the with the absorption of IR radiation, the molecules undergoes asymmetric stretch. So the permanent dipoles becomes uneven and the temporary dipole moments are created. So you see the left and right pictures. So due to asymmetric stretching, the permanent dipole moments will be created. So the molecule become active. So hence the some molecules without the permanent uneven distribution of charge can also observe IR radiation, and it will give rise to a IR spectrum. Okay, and the stretching vibrations of carbon dioxide is shown here, and the bending vibrations of carbon dioxide, the mechanism is shown here. And during symmetrical stretching, the molecule is stretched and compressed alternately, right? So the molecule is stretched and compressed alternately in stretching vibrations of carbon dioxide. So the dipole moment remains zero throughout whole motion, and the particular vibration is thus IR inactive. Okay. So during anti-symmetrical stretching in the molecule, one bond stretches and the other is compressed, and vice versa, right? During asymmetric stretching, one bond is stretching and another one is compressed, and vice versa. So thus there is a periodic changes in the dipole moment, and the molecule becomes IR active. So similarly, bending mode of vibration is also IR active. So there is a periodical changes in the dipole moment. So there is we can observe the IR spectrum. And summary. We have gone through the introduction and selection rules of IR spectroscopy and vibrational modes of the molecules. There are two types of vibrational modes. They are stretching vibrations and bending vibrations. In stretching vibrations, there are two types: symmetric stretching and asymmetric stretching. And for asymmetric stretching, we took carbon dioxide as an example, and we have framed the mechanism. Okay, and the interaction of carbon dioxide and IR radiation, we have gone through the mechanism. I hope you understand this introduction of IR spectroscopy, and in the next class we are going to see the derivation, that is harmonic and anharmonic oscillator of rigid diatomic molecule. Thank you, students.